So now I want to work with the two outer divs, so the left-hand column and the right-hand column. And we're going to be looking at the position style, so how you would use them in Tailwind. So let's go ahead and do that. So first off, on the left-hand column, what I want to do is shorten the width here on left and right side. So it matches this one over here. So let's go ahead and fix that. And then we want to make the use position absolute to fix this image to the right over here. But essentially make it the same as this one just here. So let's go ahead and implement that. So within this left-hand column div, I'm going to create another div. And this is going to wrap all of our components. And this div is going to have a class name of mxAuto, which is a margin of auto on the x-axis, a width of full, and then a max width. So this is how you do it. So mmax dash w for width, and then dash again, and then we want to say small, like so. And we'll just leave that as it is. So let's see how that looks. Now that looks better. So all we now need to do is make this image larger, and then that will fall into the correct place. So on our right hand column, so let's expand this out. We have an image. So the div surrounding the image, we'll style that one first. Now the outer div is going to be our position relative, because the inside one is going to be absolute. And the way you would do that is, instead of just typing position, you would just say relative, like so. And it's going to be hidden, which means display of none, with a width of 0. So this div is going to be hidden essentially. And this is going to be flex of 1 with that set. And then the image is what we need to style now. So let's check what that's done. It's done nothing here. So essentially we need to give it a relative area, and then we can absolutely style it. So let's go ahead and do that. So in the image, we want to give this a class name, and this class name now is going to be absolute and an inset of 0, like so. It's going to have a height of full, which means a height of 100%, and a width of full. And then finally, the image is going to be object of cover. So this is the same as object fit of cover, but it's just shortened out. So let's save that and see what's happened. So nothing's happened, and that is on purpose, because what will happen is when we shrink to a smaller screen size, it's just going to show this. When we go on to a larger screen size, it's going to show the image. So if we go into our final one here, if we inspect, and let me shrink this screen. So as you can see, the styles go from the smallest up. So now we will be looking at media queries. So when we expand the screen size, then the image is shown. Otherwise, on smaller ones, it's not. So it's quite simple to do. So let's go into our code. So first it's hidden, as you can see, but then on large screens, you want to show it. So all we need to do here is give it a display of block, and then this will show the image on our screen. So let's go in our project, and now you can see it's shown. And when we go on the inspect, it gets hidden. So that has worked correctly. We need to do the same media queries for this side here now. So let's go ahead and implement the media queries on this div over here. So on small screens going up, what we want to do is give it a padding X of 6 here. And then on large screens, what we want is a flex of none. And if we hover over flex of none, it just essentially is the same thing, gives it a flex of none. And then on extra large screens, we want to give it a padding on the x-axis again of 24. So it's a further padding in here. So let's save that and check what's happening. So now you can see the image is larger and this is falling into its natural place, but we just need to do the inner divs media query styling now as well. So let's go ahead and add that in. We have a max width of small, but on the large screen, we want to give it a width of 96. So W-96. So on the larger screen, it's going to be a bit wider than it is currently. So let's save that. And now you can see that that is the exact same as this one over here. we are missing these. So what I'm going to show you next is how you can implement SVGs within your buttons as well. So what I'm going to do next is implement this bit here. So how we would add in the lines and the continue with and so on. So we will do that next.